What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Third Round Picks podcast. Today, as of time of recording, the ESPN announced the NBA All-Star starters, West and East. So we're gonna go through them. If we agree, disagree, we'll have to go through each one and give our opinions. As always, make sure you like the video, comment down below if you agree with the selections, disagree with our selections, etc., etc. I'm Carl.
I'm Seth.
And I'm Caleb.
Let's get right into this one.
Yay!
All right. Should we start on the East or the West?
I feel like the East.
We're on the West. We could do West.
Yeah. I feel like the West is
Gross.
probably easier to figure out some of them at the very least, at least point guards. So the Western Conference starters, SGA from OKC. I think that's pretty well deserved. He's had a pretty good season. Curry from Golden State. Talked about it briefly. We're not entirely sure how we feel about that one,
Yep.
but we'll deep dive. Don't worry. We've got Jokic. Everybody knows Jokic. He's on the Nuggets. Been on the Nuggets. We got Kevin Durant from the Suns, and then we've got LeBron James at 52 years old, making NBA All-Star starter.
Not even an exaggeration.
Nah. So I figure we could deep dive, go through each one, agree, disagree, etc.
Okay.
Seth, as the Lakers fan, I'll let you start with LeBron James.
Okay. I'll also start by saying this could be maybe this is the last time we see those three kind of legends of the 2010s as All-Star starters: Steph, LeBron, KD. So something kind of notable there. That's interesting. This might be the end of that. Three guys drafted before 2010, all still All-Star starters. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'd say LeBron. LeBron's having a good year. He's showing little signs of decline. He's definitely not quite what he was even a couple years ago, but definitely deserving of an All-Star. I feel like there's not a ton of guys in the West that I would put too much of an argument for over him, so I kind of get it. I don't think. I mean, the only guy I can really think of, but then like it may be Anthony Edwards if you're gonna put three guards instead of three forwards. Otherwise, eh. I thought he's played pretty well this year. I mean, especially he's 40, he deserves it. I don't really have any problem with that one. I think that if you're one of the top three players ever and you're still playing that level, you deserve to be a starter for as long as you want on the All-Star team. So I'm good with it, and I think he's still playing well enough where it doesn't feel like he's just kind of being gifted it just because. So I'm good with it. I don't have a problem there. I think I would like his defensive effort to be a little better, but I don't think we're going to see that in the All-Star game. But that's okay. So
Yeah. I mean, I part of me thinks that's why those three are starters is because it's that nostalgia and you realize like the end of an era. Like Steph's 36, KD's around there, I believe, and LeBron's 50. So this really could be the last year that we see all three of them, not even just starters, just in the All-Star game in general. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't really think there's anybody else eligible realistically, at least as a small forward, power forward combo, that I would really put over LeBron in the West.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to say on this. I think you guys nailed it. Let me just segue to my guy.
Yeah, leave it to the Nuggets fan to not say anything about the Lakers.
Sorry.
like, oh, that little team we sweep every year.
I would hate the Nuggets if I was a Lakers fan. I would just straight up hate me. And that's fair. Very fair. Nikola Jokic, I think it's probably one of the easier ones to put on this list. Arguably the best player in the NBA. I'm seeing a lot more people say Shea as the best player, but I don't agree. I think Jokic is the best, and if Jokic got the whistle that Shea got, Jokic would average 40 instead of the 33. So there's my
Slight
stat.
change, but yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, I think Jokic is a solid lock. There's not really anything you can say about that.
Yeah, yeah, Jokic is doing Jokic things. I
Yeah.
will say, I think the people that would say Shea is the best player isn't giving Jokic his defensive chops because he has been better defensively this year.
He has he's top 5 in steals.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's pretty high on blocks. Not like crazy high, but high for Jokic.
He could probably average 3 blocks a game, and people would still call him a net zero on defense. I don't know why. It's just I don't. It's fine. I get it. He can't jump.
I guess we should segue into Kevin Durant on the Suns. Um, Personally, I don't think he should be a starter. I think he should be in the All-Star game because he's had a pretty decent year. But I feel like there are other players that I would probably put above him, like Anthony Davis, maybe Victor, more than likely, most definitely. Um, I really don't understand how he got starter over Victor, especially because Victor's doing crazy numbers in his second year. But I'm not upset that he's in the All-Star game in general. Kevin Durant's a good player. He's Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? Any arguments?
No, I
No.
agree. I think AD has had a really great year. As a Laker fan, there's always frustration with him with his injuries, but I think that's a good argument. I think Victor's probably the best argument, like you said, for someone else getting just because that defense is insane. Like their scoring numbers are similar, but then Victor's defense is just on a whole nother level
Yeah.
than anyone else. But it's a popularity contest for the starters. We know that. That's kind of just how it is. Victor's gonna get 8 in a row
Yeah.
soon. So, but yeah, no, I agree. I think Victor's probably the best case to have a starter over him.
Is he a bench?
I don't know if they've done that yet.
Yeah, I think they're still. They probably know, but I don't think they've announced it yet. Victor will probably most definitely be a bench though, and if they're not, this is rigged.
He's averaging 4 blocks, 24 points per game.
Imagine him next to Jokic on the All-Star team. That'd be nasty.
A lobs that Jokic could throw to Wemby.
No.
From full court too.
No.
Just
disgusting. Random segue, but I heard this the other day that Peyton Watson has the second most consecutive games in a row of having one or more blocks with 17. You want to guess who's number one?
Is it not Victor?
It's not.
It's Victor, but do you want to know what it was? What it was? I guess a few games ago.
36.
73.
What?
Oh my god.
And I'm sure it's more now. But yeah, he's had 73 games in a row where he's had more than one block.
That's such a hard stat to be consistent with too. Like that's that's not like like LeBron's stat of scoring over 10 for like a million games in a row is crazy, but you can kind of manipulate that a little bit yourself if you're like, crap, I really need to score right now to get this. But like a block, like it's just you just gotta have the timing and that's crazy.
Victor is taller than every center in the league though, but
that is fair.
But other centers are decently stronger than him, so it's still impressive. I'm not knocking it, but jeez,
crazy. Anyways, Shea, we already talked about Shea and Curry, right? So should we move to the East?
Well, who wouldn't we want? Because Curry was a little iffy because he's had a semi rough year. Is there anyone else that we could think of that would better suit the starting lineup. Because personally, the only other person I could think of is like Devin Booker, but I still think Curry should have that over Booker.
I have
And
Edwards. I think Edwards is a better player now than Curry overall. I mean I think he's just at this point in Curry's career, like he's still really, really good, but I don't think any team is gonna choose him over Anthony Edwards at this point. Like
No.
the series, like Anthony Edwards, just like his athleticism, like being able to create on his own and all that. But I don't think it's so crazy to have Steph starting. I just think this I feel like this is gonna be the last year where he
They're all-
sort of deserves it.
yeah,
Like by this time
Yeah,
next
I
year, if he's
agree.
still a starter, it means there's something. It's a little bit.
Yeah, if he
Father
goes
son.
another 4-point drop from last year, 'cause he was
Yeah.
26, now he's 22. That's 18. That's getting into.
Yeah.
Uh,
hey, those are
um,
Paul George numbers. All right,
I
don't
was gonna say.
disrespect.
Celtics Shaq. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Oof.
I would not. Curry, I don't feel like would ever get to that point.
No.
He just dip out.
I was gonna say he'd probably call it
below
before.
15. I feel like he's calling it. Like if he's ever
Yeah.
below 15 points per game, he's calling it.
Yeah.
I have a dark horse though that I would like to point out.
Yeah.
For at least the bench, Norman Powell in the
Oh,
West.
good one.
I mean, he's getting probably most improved, but
I don't know. They might give it to Victor for some reason.
44 points per game, 45% from 3 on 8 attempts,
Oh,
50% on 16 attempts from 2.
That's pretty good.
That's a
actually.
pretty dang good year.
he deserves it. It's just
Yeah.
people don't care about the Clippers for some reason.
No, they don't.
No.
He's
I
averaging
hope he
1.3
makes it.
steals as well. Like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like he's like fringe.
Yeah.
Your guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point. So
Yeah.
I mean, I hate watching him play against us because dude does not miss.
I will say, to continue off of that point, I did have him in fantasy for a while. Greatest fantasy player for like the first half of the season that I've ever had, with the exception of Jokic. But
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
with-
gonna win because of Jokic.
yeah, with Harden and Kawhi out, Powell was a good like backup / starter, I
I
guess.
bet.
Yeah, I'd enjoy if he was in the All-Star game. That would be a random dark horse though.
It's time to talk about the East now.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. They
Not gonna lie. I don't know if the East is gonna win. I
I
know
was
nobody.
gonna ask if you wait. Like, I kind of feel like the East is gonna win just because they're so much younger, and I feel like, but Curry in the All-Star game for some reason is just disgusting. He guards him, and
Yeah.
he's just like,
Yeah, Curry in the Olympics though is also like, meh.
Yeah.
You know.
which makes me wonder if the Curry is declining or the Warriors are declining. more
Yes. Yes to both.
probably more the team, but
Yeah.
Seth, I feel like you want to talk about Jason Tatum because it's your favorite franchise. So,
You better stop. He's gonna go on vacation again.
yeah. Yeah. We all have our flaws. Some of us play for awful, disgusting franchises, but I try not to judge him. He deserves it. He's the best player on. I'm gonna still say they're the best team in the East. So the Cavs have a better record, but in a series, I'm picking the Celtics. So best
Valid.
player on probably the best team. He deserves it. Giannis having a great year, deserves it. But if we're sticking with Tatum, yeah, as much as I don't like to see a Celtic in the starting lineup, like there's no way you keep him off the starters. I think he definitely benefits from having like an amazingly just perfectly built team around him. Like just every position is like optimized. It's like we got the perfect 3-and-D like leader point guard. We have like the perfect wing for you to pair with. We have the perfect stretch center. We have Derek White. Like it's like okay. Like if you're gonna be a superstar, like that's where you want to be. That's the kind of team you want. But he still has to go out and win. So and he's doing it. So gotta give him all the credit. So thanks for putting me on the spot to talk about the Celtics. I'll remember that.
you're welcome.
Oof. Well, since you brought up the Cavs, it's only fitting that we talk about Donovan Mitchell also being a starter.
Mhm.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I agree with that. He
Yeah.
does have great fourth quarters and great games in general. I just feel like there's got to be other guards that would be better suited in the East. Even if they're not like I'm not gonna lie, LaMelo for me would probably be a better one. Even though that team is hot garbage, like he's more entertaining to watch. He's I'm pretty sure has a higher points per game and
Legit.
whatever else. But
Yeah.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell didn't deserve it. I just think there were other guards that maybe deserved it a little bit more. But, as we said earlier, it's fan favorites. It's people pick people. It is what it is.
So Donovan Mitchell is scoring 23.8 and Melo is scoring 24.2. They play exactly the same minutes, pretty much. So yeah, that's tough. Melo is shooting a little under both of the splits, so it's kind of yeah. But I agree. Mitchell feels like would he would he even be on the bench in the East or on the West? Probably not.
Mm.
But
Not when you've got like Ant and Booker. I don't think Donovan Mitchell would be there. Now, if this were a couple years ago, but he was playing at the same level on the Jazz, maybe, because that would probably boost the Jazz more than what they were doing. But I don't know if currently, I don't think he would be though.
I agree.
Yeah. Caleb, you talk about Mr. Antetokounmpo. Because
Antetokounmpo.
I'm still salty about that loss in the finals.
Okay. I feel like Giannis is better than people people are treating him. I'm gonna be honest. Like I still think he's an elite defender. I think his three ball is trash, but all right. I think that his last two playoff performances have put a little tamper on his name, and the fact that you can kind of counter him. Like if you really, load up the paint and maybe get a big in there that's really good at blocking. Like I feel like a series with Giannis and Wemby would be brutal because I feel like Wemby would give him hell, like absolute hell. I think he deserves it, and I think we need to give him a little more flowers than he's been getting because his numbers are good this year. Like he's what is he 33, 30 something like that. Like he's doing really well. He's still top 3 players in the league probably. 31.5, shooting 15 from 3 though. So
Free throws are bad too. Watch that in the playoffs.
yeah, the free throws 60%. He's getting better though.
That's because they stopped counting. That's what happened.
He's averaging 11 a game free throws. Holy!
It's because they know
you gotta make them if you're gonna take that many.
Yeah, he's averaging 6 of 10. 6
yeah,
of 11.
like come on, man.
I don't know what I said earlier, but I kind of redacted a little bit.
I'll take that out. Don't worry.
His defense is good.
No, he is. I think I agree. I agree with you, Caleb. He's playing super well. I think that team's like really under the radar for like the last couple of years in like kind of a weird way to have like a top 3 player in the world and just no one talks about your team except to say is Lillard working or not, and like then it's kind of that's it, and then we just don't talk about them anymore.
They're never on like TNT or anything.
Yeah, like
ever.
they should be a contender, but I don't know. It's just something's not clicking.
It's Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham.
Better,
That's why they're not clicking.
Who wants the 2 for 1?
Shoot, I think it's only fitting because we share the same first name, spelled the same way and everything, minus the hyphenation. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Is that Curry?
Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns.
2 starters on the same team. That's kind of cool, though.
It is. Mm-hmm. It is.
Last time it was probably
KD and
Curry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if AD LeBron got it the first year that they were together.
Okay, they might have. You're right.
Yeah, I'd have to check.
Actually, didn't Golden State have 3? Because Draymond?
Was Draymond a starter though?
Draymond might not have been a starter though. That's true.
Yeah, I don't know if he was a
So
starter.
it's pretty.
I was like, the day
Clay, though.
Draymond's a starter. Oh yeah, Clay. I didn't even think about
But
Clay.
yeah, that's what I was just wondering if they had 3.
Uh,
Clay, KD, and Steph. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you, brother.
Let us know down
My
in the
bad.
comments if they had 3.
Yeah. Please do.
Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. Arguably, Karl Anthony Towns top 3 MVP. I believe he's top 3 in the MVP voting right now anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Arguably, though, I'm not upset at it. I'm actually not upset at it. I feel like both of them have proven themselves, especially in the last couple years. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Brunson got snubbed either last year or the year before, and a lot of people were upset about it.
mm-hmm.
Cat, I wouldn't have been too upset if he missed the last couple years, just because, you know, the Timberwolves weren't really doing anything. Cat was doing his thing. It wasn't anything crazy. But this year,
Brunson got it last year.
did he get it last year? I think there was one year where it was a little upsetting, but I don't know. I think they both deserve it though. You know, Jalen Brunson's been elevating Cat. Cat's been elevating everybody else. Like that's a good team. You know, the record isn't as great as a lot of people probably expected, but it's better than the Wizards. So that's something. But yeah, no, I think they both deserve it. I'm happy for Cat that he gets a starter. I'm pretty sure he's just been benched when he's played or when he's gotten it in general. But yeah, I think it's been a long time coming for both of them, really.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's cool. East versus West. I think East is gonna win it if they. I don't know. I just feel like the West is a little older and they're gonna be slow.
Yeah, I don't know. Are either of the teams gonna try though?
I don't know.
That's the problem, right?
Isn't it it's a 4-team format this year, right?
Oh,
Something
I forgot
different.
about that. I forgot
Something
there was the new
different.
format.
Yeah, who knows?
I swear to God, if they do what the NFL did, though, I'm going to legitimately cry. It's the biggest piece of dog shit
It's the biggest piece of dog shit
you can imagine.
So it's the West and East. It's the rookie team, or sorry, the Rising Stars team.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other team?
The second year guys, or the international second year? I don't know. They used to do it where it was like U.S. versus international, or first year versus second year.
I don't know. I think the new format hopefully will make them care a little bit more, but also I highly doubt it. We haven't had a truly good All-Star game since like LeBron guarded Kobe that one All-Star game.
I know. I really don't want to see Curry put up 50 points again, like where no one guards him. Like I don't. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Another great video. Please let us know if there's anything you disagree with or agree with. You know, might have had a few good points there. Like, subscribe, check in next week. We'll have some more topics for you. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.